The Wolfpack, of course, at Triple M Footy. They'll be getting around me, Duke. I know I've got a good sense.
No, they're not.
Now, become a staple diet on a Friday night, this segment. It's where the Chief, and I get the feeling all week, Purple, he works himself up for it.
He does.
He sees a lot of stuff he doesn't like, and he now delivers it in a way that we enjoy on a Friday night. It's called...
Ship the hell off.
Ship off.
Ship off.
Ship off.
Find a little boat and ship the hell off. Yes, we might need to book out the marina, Jim, because I found a few little things that caught my attention this week. I don't know if you were across it, but the protesters that are protesting in support of the refugees.
Yes.
Let's leave out the issue for starters. There is a right way and a wrong way to protest. They stormed the Department of Immigration and Border Protection. They filtered through the building, went up levels, they threw bins over balconies into the foyer, which is both dangerous and littering. They occupied the lifts, which prevented staff from going home, which I would have thought's almost a form of false imprisonment. And there's probably only one or two people there that actually have any involvement in policy, along with the government. But they then thought after about a 1 hour standoff with police, they'd move out onto the streets. They went to the corner of Albert and Nicholson Street and they blocked traffic, blocked trams. People had to get off trams and walk. Motorists were getting angry and frustrated, understandably so. All these people had absolutely nothing to do with it,
Yes.
and they're the ones getting punished. I mean, that's not how you win plenty of support. And I would have thought they're extremely lucky they didn't get run over or get their nose broken. And I almost wish a couple of them had, just to push home the fact that there is a right way and a wrong way to protest, and you don't punish the innocent people, you flogs. So ship off, protesters.
It was a big build-up to that, but you got there,
was,
too.
yes.
A little political start.
He likes it, politics.
Young lady that walks the social circles by the name of Bryn Gordon. You may know her as the former Bryn Edelston.
Yes.
Correct.
Well, they had a big charity poker event down in Geelong, and I stress for charity, a good cause.
Yep.
A very good friend of ours, Shane Warne, was down there, as he always does, lends his hand to a lot of charities.
He does.
They then had a bit of an after-party in at Crown, and then, look, she invited Warney for a nightcap to her apartment, which is all fine.
It's just a nightcap, Chief.
He's a nightcap merchant, Warney, and
It was only 1 o'clock.
he's a
Just warming
man's
up.
man. He loves a sip, as we all do, so he goes back to have the nightcap, and the paparazzi are waiting. Now, seriously, how desperate for publicity can one person be? Here's a thought. Try doing something interesting or relevant or meaningful yourself, aside from just marrying someone with money, instead of trying to feed off poor old Warney. Ship off, Brent.
Bryn's copped a
That
little
might be
shit.
your best for 216.
The shipping.
Let's turn our attention to the sporting world.
Yes.
We all love the NBA, and the finals are on at the moment, and the San Antonio Spurs went out. They crashed today. They lost 4-2 in their series to Oklahoma City Thunder. Greg Popovich is the coach of the Spurs. He's been coaching for 20 years.
Come on, Pop.
He's a veteran. He's one of the big names.
Yes.
And he gave us this at the press conference.
Coach, rebounding has been an issue this series. Tonight again, seems like rebounding. The Thunder beat you to the boards tonight as well.
That's a correct statement.
Do you have any regrets about not going smaller earlier?
No, are you coaching now? You should try not to do that.
Come on, Popper. You've just shot down a bloke that's trying to promote the game. You got to be better than that. That's called sooking, and you can ship off for that, Popper.
The legendary coach.
Now, we have there's almost a fraternal brotherhood with our friends at Triple M Adelaide, do
Yes,
we not?
We do.
Absolutely.
So they decided, some genius, or a couple of geniuses, put their heads together.
Wasn't for a shoot, was it?
And they decided to go out to the airport and greet Patrick Dangerfield as he returned to
I did
town.
see this, Chief.
And they started up a chant, which is "Danger, danger, go away."
Yep.
I mean, it was mind-boggling how they thought that up. But it all comes back to who is actually responsible for this.
Yep.
And I heard a gentleman interviewed who flatly denied any involvement, but I can see straight through that. This is Mark Rasciuto in a nutshell. Roo, ship off.
Just cop that, the great reshoot.
And I have to give a warning before I wrap up, Jim.
Ship off, Roo.
I've been hard on the world of tennis in recent times,
have,
but
and
they've
justifiably
they've
so.
provided a bit
Yes.
of fodder, have they not? And there was a temptation to almost go again tonight.
You should have.
Now, I was down the tennis centre during the week, hitting with a group of friends, as I often do, and one of the guys drives and manages Leighton Hewitt,
Yes.
and Leighton was walking past, and he's already kicked up over the cook I gave Adelaide a little while ago.
Was he?
And Leighton just decided to walk past our court and give me a drive-by.
He gave you some.
Saying, leave the world of tennis alone and understand what you're talking about. So I'm not ever, ever, ever going to have a go at Bernie again or at Nick. Anytime there's a problem in tennis, I'll be shipping you off, Leighton.
Oh!
And Adelaide's a shit joint. So, away you go, Leighton. Ship off!
I just thought for a second, Duke, just for a second, that Leighton had put the wind up him.
Yeah.
And Chief had to backpedal.
I was with you for a moment.
And
I
then
backpedal for no man.
Rashute and Leighton
that
Hewitt
is
in the
Adelaide
one.
royalty. You
Hope I'm not going to Adelaide.
I hope you're not too, Chief. Especially with the big Rashute, Duke. He takes no prisoners.
He hasn't got a natural predator, the
None.
Rashute, and he won't enjoy that, I wouldn't have thought.
No, that'll get back to him. He's probably listening as we speak, actually.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I hope so. And Leighton Hewitt is the exact
We'll be listening.
the exact opposite of what you've been speaking about. If they all had
Correct.
the same attitude he had,
Yep.
they'd never be shipped.
But if you're in charge and you can't exert any sort of control or show some leadership, don't get me started again, Jim.
Just backed over it again.
You can't
Cop that
be
little
going
Leighton.
Leighton Hewitt.
Go on, wee man, get it fixed.
Come on. I love Shipoff. Might be my favourite segment.